screwed up in the beginning, was doing everything wrong, and then his girlfriend was telling him, and he goes, I know that now.
I don't remember yet.
Oh,
I love that
Nicolas
movie.
Cage.
It was the fly,
Wasn't it the
Elvis?
fly?
Yes.
And
Sarah
parachuted
Jessica
down.
Parker. Yes.
Yes.
They went to Hawaii.
Yes.
That movie was so
I never
hilarious.
saw that.
Something in days.
Me too.
I thought it was weird.
No, it had the Las Vegas in the name.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one Elvis that jumped out of a plane.
Yes,
That
they're
was it.
shooting.
Yeah, but there was a bunch of them.
There was a whole plane full of Elvises parachuting.
Right.
In Hawaii?
Yeah.
So was it Hawaii in Las Vegas?
No, these Las Vegas is when.
But it is with Nicolas Cage, but that was a very sad, serious.
That one was with him.
Okay, so let's see what hypnosis is good for. Let me think. Recalling
Everything.
memories?
I know that now.
Look at my finger.
Oh, we're
is
gonna
this-
get the name of the movie,
Right,
okay.
is that okay? All right. So, look at my finger. Just follow it down. Drifting and floating, drifting and floating, drifting and floating. So that was an exciting way of doing it.
Yeah, it was.
And so you can get everybody to go in and
Like
borrow
that. Oh, that's true.
that's around you. Drifting and floating, drifting and floating. In a moment, I'm going to regress you back to the time that you saw the movie, and you can see it in big letters. I'm going to count from 1 to 3. Your subconscious is going to take you there. 1, 2, 3. And you're there. Where did you see the movie?
On TV.
You're looking at the TV. Did you see when the movie first started? Yeah. And reviewing that, I want you to go back before that time, before the movie came on. Commercials. Are you reviewing the commercials now? Okay, I want you to go forward now. What's the name of the movie? What's the first letter? Can you see it?
No.
That's interesting. I wonder why they're hiding that. I'm going to count from 10 down to 1, which is, remember, you go even deeper. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drifting and floating, drifting and floating, going back in time, drifting back in time. Your subconscious knows what the name of that movie is. Therefore, you know what the name of that movie is because it recorded it. First letter. Is it F? Cynthia's subconscious to come forward. Is it alright if I talk to Cynthia's subconscious?
Yes.
Okay. You're hiding this information from her? Is there a reason? What's the reason? It's okay.
Just a simple time in my life.
Okay. Let that go. Let that go. She doesn't need to know what the name of the movie is. Let's heal that. Is it okay to heal it? Okay. Can it be done instantly? Is it alright to do it instantly? To let go of all the fear, all the energy, all the emotional ties, all the blockage? And do the forgiveness work in a twinkling of an eye? Is that okay?
Yes.
Alright, I'm going to count from 1 to 3 and we'll be done. 1, 2, 3. Done. Healed. Great. That's interesting. I'm going to ask for all entities to go back to where they belong and live the life that they need to lead. I'm going to ask for the subconscious to go ahead and allow them to come back up now to a normal state of being. Here we go. Releasing, and you probably continue to release Cynthia for a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eyes open, feeling wonderful, feeling great. Here's a tissue for you, or a napkin. Very interesting. You see that? I tried several times, knowing that this works. I even did a fast, hard induction to make sure she went down as far as she needed to go. The subconscious protects you. Okay? So then I realized what was going on, and I needed to go ahead and let her release that. So I asked for a reason. And so now she knew the reason. Now she could release it. And she'll be releasing that for a little bit.
She needs some hugs.
Yeah. So now y'all all have energy, and so you can let her feel the energy.
I'm sending lots of love and energy.
We love you. We love you.
It's hugging you right now.
So when this comes up ever again, you will not have any of the emotional attachment to it as you release it now.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I cried over my gallbladder last night. Or not my gallbladder, my bladder. My kidneys had me crying.
Occasionally they have me crying too. I'm like, I got to go now. I hope I make it,
Oh, that was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I know me and my daughter loved that movie.
Yeah,
It was one of our favorite.
yeah. Oh, believe me,
So
got the same problems with my son, so my heart
It's
is
okay
just
to
hugging
have those
you
emotions.
as hard as it can right now.
This is the only place you can have them,
Yeah.
but you can also heal them. And so therefore you get to look at the love. And that'll take a little bit, a few seconds or so for that to kick in. And you'll notice, wow, what a
Yeah.
special time.
I mean, part of that time of my life was awful, but she was always, you know.
Did you do something?
Well, just as strange.
But that's being healed. And this is part of the healing.
Yeah.
So letting that go. And then so she feels the same thing
She does.
and everything, her higher self. And you're all attached.
Would you not let her move a little bit more when she was feeling the feeling?
Did you need to breathe anymore?
Well, I can feel it like wash through me, and then I can feel myself coming forward like it was done.
Right. So no, the answer is no.
But then I.
She's been grieving
Yeah.
this whole time, carrying
Yeah,
that.
so
Why
that's
does she
just
need to go ahead and breathe
Yeah.
more?
Right.
I'm just gonna get up with you.
Alright.
And y'all can go ahead and discuss things.
Las Vegas vacation. That's what came in my head. Not just Chase.
Oh, that was United States. No, I'm just thinking of her, and her name was Lori, and this lady today was named Lori.
Well, here's that.
Yeah.
So, not by accident this comes up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing is
And me
by
and Lori
accident.
loved that movie. We were like the only ones that got the humor in it, like, and especially that part where he would go, I know that now. And we.
I'm really thinking that wasn't an accident, probably, that I said that.
Right. Nothing is by accident, no. It all led to letting her, it was time for her to release that. So,
And it's interesting too, I'll just go ahead and say this, because I already know this even before, probably, well, I got back from Texas Sunday, we started yesterday, and I noticed all day yesterday, I got this pain in my spine right here, it's this hard pain. And so all through yesterday, I'm thinking, okay, I'm thinking, I need a chiropractor, I gotta go see the chiropractor. But I know what it is, by the end of the day yesterday, I already know, it's healing, that when I worked with the first session, certain things weren't ready to be revealed or released. And this is Caitlin. This is Caitlin right here. Okay, I feel that. And then there's also, stuff going on here. And I said, what am I holding on to? I said, this and this is Caitlin. So when we do sessions, all that's going to be released because now it's time. I know, intuitively, I know it wasn't at that level before, but it is now.
and that's how it is. As you go on, even after I do the sessions with you and stuff is healed, okay? Some stuff they hold back for you to observe it at a later date.
Yes, and that's what has happened here.
And so you recognize it and just give it the love that you're supposed to give it and release it with gratitude. Thank you.
And, yeah, because I keep feeling, I kept feeling that some of it, I already knew from before when we had went into session that there was things that were going to be continued to heal or revealed later. But then also I felt like yesterday I kept feeling like, okay, she's a part of it, she's now ready. She wasn't ready to help to work with us or release it also, but now she is. So that's why it's coming here and here now.
I'm going to tell you something later, and I'm not going to go into it
Okay.
now.
Right, so let's
But remind me
Really
later about-
hot when you were doing
Okay,
that.
about our
My
session.
whole head and my
Okay.
neck, like right here,
Yeah.
just heated up really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was really hot.
That's what I
My
mean.
body, just my
No,
head.
okay,
and my
but that's where they were working.
Yeah.
That's where the energy
And
was.
neck. I could feel it right here.
That's what mine's at right now.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah,
And then hot.
So
right.
even that was
That's where they were
So
working.
see, it was even there.
Yeah.
Cool.
I still don't know the name of that freaking movie.
You don't need to know. And so that's what they said. She
Right.
doesn't need to know, and this is not the proper time. So I said, okay, fine, I'll work with that.
But I'll Google it later.
We're all going to get it out before we leave.
And later, when you have finished releasing everything, that is when
It'll come.
it'll come to you.
Okay.
So, okay. All right, so let's get back to the questions and everything.
Here's just because of your gut feeling, or what the message is coming.
What was the question?
Shift gears, like to bring her out. At the moment you brought her out, how did you know that was the right time? Was that your intuition? Was that your angels?
No, I was told it was time. Everything was done that needed to be done, and now we need to bring her back out and let her go ahead and work through it. Instead of leaving her into trance, which would leave some residue.
Okay, so you closed her where the other way would leave her up, more or less.
And so now she doesn't have the residue. She was able to work, come out, work through some of the stuff, releasing a little bit more, and so it's not there. The residue from it and everything is not there. It's lessened. Everything got lessened. All right.
We
So,
have number 9?
yeah, number 9. Okay. So, what's the difference between anesthesia and anesthesia, okay? So anesthesia is loss of feeling or sensation. It's a feeling or sensation. Analgesia is loss of pain. Now, that's what they have down here. I will tell you to say loss of discomfort. Whenever you say the word pain, it triggers that emotion. That's
It
how
sure
strong
does.
it is.
Yes.
So don't do that. You don't want to raise it up. Well, you actually will. So when I teach y'all to do the knob, see a knob, and you can turn it up and down. So but if you got someone at 10, then you have to go ahead and have them turn it down a little bit, and then turn it back up. Then turn it back to whatever number they're comfortable with. And you ask them, what number are you comfortable with? If it's 0, wonderful. If it's 3, great. Whatever it is, it's fine. When their belief system kicks in even more, they'll be able to turn it further down until it's 0. So when you're working with people who have discomfort in their back, in their neck, shoulders, whatever it is, there's a reason for them to carry it, okay? But the only reason to feel pain is that something has happened and you need to pay attention to it. After that, there is no reason for it. Once you understand that there is something that you need to take care of, like with Pam, we need to take care of some stuff. Well, there's no need for her to carry the discomfort. And she will take care of it. Won't forget. Yes.
Bringing that back?
Are you wearing contacts?
Multifocal.
Me too. The bifocal.
Well, mine's
Multifocal, yeah.
Yes.
Would you like to change the color of your eyes too?
The color? No.
I love your iPhone.
I was just saying that's one of my best features, so I'm told. Yes.
My granddaughter, my oldest granddaughter, I told y'all that my oldest granddaughter used to like for me to come and change her eye color. And she has beautiful blue eyes. You chose the eyes that you got, okay? But you can easily heal your eyes. You can heal anything. Which at least is what
The chromosomes are. That's what your parents, need our eyes to color them.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we were taught.
That's what we were taught.
And so that is not written in stone because I can change the color of your eyes.
Okay, make them blue.
What color are they? They look
Brown.
brown.
They're kind of a hazel brown.
If that's what you want to do.
You could be that.
No, I can't, but you
I
can.
could. Yeah.
What do you want? Are you always, see, you're not going to do it if you're okay with the way you look.
Right.
And so, same thing with hearing. You know? I
I'm
can
trying to
hear.
work on my hair stuff going right.
Me too.
I've been talking to my hair follicles.
Yes, me too.
Really?
Hasn't worked yet, but I'm still trying.
Works for me.
This is amazing.
It did,
I had gray hair in places that you should not talk about.
but now
I
should
don't
we,
have them now.
could
I
I
do have, now I'm okay with the little
Yeah,
bit that comes out here because I think that's very distinguished. Makes me look like I know what I'm talking about.
The little wisdom hairs.
Yeah, thank you, Mary, that's right, I need a little more. So, yes, you can change the color of your hair, but I will say to you, or the color of your eyes, your height, You can have bigger breasts, you can have smaller
It's
breasts.
interesting because we were just talking
Yeah.
today. I said there's a few things that literally,
Yeah.
I said, I am going to ask, there's a few things that I'm curious about that I would like to ask. First, I want to make sure that it's even that important that we're in agreement.
Right, so
And
that's
if
one of
so-
the things.
If so, I would.
Because you chose your body before you came in.
Right.
Yeah.
So
For a reason.
yeah, I do want to know that now that we're talking about vision though, I said, I wouldn't mind, I never thought to really work with my left eye. And then also, I said, I wouldn't mind, because I used to make this joke earlier that I was like, well, I don't know what I want for my 40th birthday. My 40th birthday's in December. I said, do I want a new Mac or do I want new boobs? They're both about the same amount of money.
What's wrong with the old ones? You might want to, do something
Get
for
rid of the
God.
Mac.
But if you really want,
I think
cut
I'll
those
give it
off,
back.
go get you a
Yeah.
new set.
She's gonna make money with the Mac.
Exactly.
She doesn't want to
Exactly.
cut her body anyways. I said, no, you don't
No,
want
but then I started thinking about it. I said, why don't I give myself, if everybody's okay with it, if I really at another level am okay with, hey, it doesn't matter, sure, go ahead, you want to do that? Why don't I just do it myself without having to go through surgery?
And after surgery, you have to have it done again in 10 years or so.
Right.
And
And
just
so,
remember, the grass is always greener.
right, I can tell you I have worked with women who needed to have it reduced, and so that's what we do. Okay? And so they learn what their reasoning was for having such mental monuments. And so the contracts were done.
Okay.
Boom.
Oh, that's interesting
Yeah.
too. And I'm so glad we're discussing
Yeah.
this because
And not to test.
Oh, right. Well, because Sydney, and it's taken me a while to get her very comfortable with, she developed very large and very fast, so she's 13, and she's got what I had when I was breastfeeding,
Yeah.
But she's been so, you've watched, you've
Yeah.
worked with us, getting her to where she would stop wearing hooded sweatshirts in the summer to learn. Now she'll wear t-shirts and tank tops. Now she'll even go out with a bathing suit on without putting your shirt over it, so that her to a level of comfort. But I always thought, well, I told her, I said,
Okay, so let me tell you, that's from what they've been putting in foods and stuff. the hormones and stuff. That can be changed.
But maybe she never drank milk.
I'm not saying milk, I'm saying in the food.
Just it's food and
Chicken,
probably
chicken,
cereal.
Chicken,
Oh,
beef,
yes,
cheese.
yes, grains and stuff,
Okay.
yes, to make it,
Because
yes,
she
yes,
eats that
yes.
She eats a lot of yogurt and cheese, right?
yogurt.
Yeah.
But just recently yogurt.
Did you buy the organic yogurt?
Organic stone milk.
Have you always worked with your dad?
She didn't always like yogurt though, till recently. Just the last 2 months.
But as she was growing,
It's in everything.
it's in everything.
Anything that's processed.
It's right.
Anything that comes in a can, box, bag.
Fahe yogurt, they do not use cows that are fed growth hormone. They do
Oh,
not.
that's good to know.
But there is something that she
But that's,
took
but it's
in.
interesting, but yeah, so these will be late as we
So
go
we can
through
do a
stuff.
session, you can bring them over, we can do a session for that.
Okay, just to get a couple, yeah.
So that, anything, you can do anything.
That's, all right, you can. I
And
just
so
more what
as
keeps
long
coming.
as the contracts are cleared and everything, so this is, and we find out where it's from, okay, growth hormones, not good for the body, let's change it. Okay?
Mhm.
And so
Okay.
everybody is in agreement, her higher self and her are in agreement, this is what she wants, no problem.
Yeah. Okay.
So, y'all have learned a wonderful thing. You're unlimited.
That's
Yeah.
right, and I'm glad that we're not doing
Okay, so we did 9.
Okay.
10A, water positive hallucinations.
Like go in the field, or is that's visualization?
Yeah, that's a good hallucination.
Hallucination.
So, yes, exactly.
Like the what?
You got it.
Oh,
You got it.
hallucination.
Okay.
Oh.
Something that is not there. That's a positive one. The hardest one is the negative one. Okay, and that's the next one, water negative hallucinations. not seeing something that is right before their eyes.
Like I just did?
No,
Uh,
no, no. Okay, anybody want to play?
Like a person?
You're right, a person, a glass, your pen.
Something, so not seeing something that's right. So in other words, he would put it, and I'd say, okay, you'll notice like that there is no water.
Put this in front of her, she would look right through it.
Mm-hmm.
And now put this here.
Yeah, so
Okay.
is there a water bottle in front? No. No, there's nothing in front of me. Whereas I told Carol the opposite yesterday. I told her she was wearing purple socks. So are you sure about the color? Because I think they're great. No, they're purple.
Yeah, they're purple. They were purple. They were beautiful.
You
I thought that was
You
so
said, is there a water bottle, but he had a glass of water in front of it.
It doesn't matter.
I was just,
As an
I was just
example.
giving an example.
Oh,
If you want to play, I will do that with you. Would you like to experience it? Would you like
That's
to be?
kind of like that watch.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. I'll try.
Yes, the answer is yes or no.
Okay.
Try is failure.
Yes,
Hope is failure.
I will do it.
Yes.
Hope is your twin sister to try.
Yes.
So you're going to do it, make yourself comfortable? Oh, I tell you, I hate working with lab workers. They are a challenge for me and themselves. What are you doing?
I'm taking my glasses off.
You already did that.
Oh, what am I doing now? I'm breathing. Oh, I'm closing my eyes. Okay.
So
I'm going off by myself.
yeah, that's right. You just took yourself out.
Leaving in the dust.
That's it. I'm going, no, you're not. I'm going to be guiding you.
Hey.
Not you, guiding you. Okay. All right. So now, is it all right for you to go into trance, a deep trance?
Yes.
For me to guide you into deep trance, and when you come out, to feel as if you had a nice nap, nice massage. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. Right here. Follow my finger. Oh, so you can do this. Follow my fingers. Notice how your eyes are getting tired and you just want to go ahead and close them. And sleep. Drifting and floating, drifting and floating, drifting and floating. I'm going to count from 10 down to 1. I just want to make sure where she's at. So I'm doing a deepener. This is called a deepener. No, I could have done other things. I could have, this is a good one. I'm going to count from 10 down to 1 because that's what I said I would do. When you get down to 1, you'll be very relaxed and into a deep trance. In fact, you're already there. You might notice how your eyes feel. They feel really tired, but they feel like they're moving around a little bit. You might notice that you need to swallow and that you might need to readjust your jaw. Notice once you put your attention on your breathing, notice how you're breathing in relaxation and you're breathing out stress. Now when you count from 10 down to 1, each number, you go that much deeper relax. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're doing great, Brenda. You're doing great, Barbara. Just playing with you, just teasing. And so I like to see you laugh and smile because it's beautiful when you do that. So I want you to hold that thought of happiness. Okay? That was the reason why I did that. I wanted to see her smile. I wanted her to be happy. This is supposed to be a happy experience. So this is something that you can do to see where they're at. And so now, Barbara, I'm going to lift your right arm up by your right little wrist. And so now I want you to just use that imagination. It is going to feel like a piece of spaghetti, a wet washcloth. Your hand will feel very heavy. Is that okay with you? Okay. Now don't help me. That's it. And you can feel it. So now when I drop it down to your leg, you're going to go even that much deeper. There you go. and you can let it fall to your side, or you can readjust it, whatever feels good to you. I'm going to ask others to come up so that I'm using you as a guinea pig so that they know what it feels like to lift up somebody's arm without resistance. So one by one, please come up. And either hand, you don't have to do that one, you can do it, both of them will react the same way. Notice the difference. It doesn't feel like rubber,
No.
okay? That it felt like,
Weightless somehow.
right.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. They all think it's cool. I think it's cool. How do you feel? Feel good? Okay. Now, in a minute I'm going to have you open your eyes and we're going to play Easter egg hunt. And the thing that's going to be missing is your glasses. Okay? So when I count from 1 to 3, I'll have you open your eyes and you're going to have to find your glasses. Is that okay? All right, and you won't see them in front of you because they're not there anymore. I've taken them, and I've hid them. Is that okay? 1, 2, 3, eyes open. Oh, I don't even know if you can see enough to find your glasses. I should have asked that. Well, look around. Okay, these aren't them because these are mine. So just look around and they're hidden somewhere.
I can see them.
You can?
Yeah.
Well, that's a choice. That's a choice. Okay? I asked her if it was okay, but something said, no, I need those glasses.
Right. That's
She has that connection to them.
Yeah.
Okay?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that connection's gone. It's okay, you can have them back at any time that you want them, but not right now. There you go. All gone. Okay? Now is it okay? No, it's still not okay. You're not going to let go of it. Okay, that's all right. So let's. Okay, so instead. Okay. Something a little bit. Okay, so I got something. All right. On the table was the angel. Remember the angel? Okay. When I count from 1 to 3, it will no longer be there. We've taken and hid it dead. So one of y'all just take the angel and hide it.
Okay.
Is that okay with you? All right, that one's okay. That's okay for the angel to disappear. 1, 2, 3, eyes open. You can see the angel?
Yeah.
All right.
So what am I in resistance?
Look at, no, 1, 2, 3, sleep. I'm going to ask for Barbara's subconscious to come forward. What is she holding on to? Why won't she allow herself to have these visions? What is the answer?
Skepticism.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, eyes open. All right. So we just need to work with that. So you get that. And so I just showed you, if they don't want to do it, they're not going to do it.
Right.
Okay?
Free will.
Free will?
This is the planet of free will.
Absolutely. This is the only planet of free will. You can't get this
That
anyplace
was a great
else.
learning tool, though, for us to see that.
Yeah.
So thank you for work
Yeah.
on that later.
So she's still in trance. That's okay. We can do other things with her, though. Okay? I love doing this. Your hand's stuck to the top of your head. You cannot remove it. The harder you try to remove it, the more it stays stuck. The more it stays stuck, the better you feel. Do not try to remove your hand until you are sure that it will not come off your head. I want you to use that wonderful imagination that you have super glued shut. Oh, but your eyes can open, but your hand can't lift off your head. So does that help you a little bit with your skepticism?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
So I know I need to do a whole lot of work with her. Well, not a whole lot, but
Yeah.
I need to do a little bit more work with her until she is sure that it works. That no matter what, it's a change in her mind that she gets to make. It's a choice. Hand stuck to the table. You cannot tell the difference from the table to your hand. Stuck tight. Your butt's stuck tight too. Now you're in a difficult situation. How are you feeling, by the way? Feel good?
Okay.
Happy, don't you? So that triggers the happiness. Okay, when next time I touch it, touch your left hand, it'll release. So now, if you take your left hand, put it up here, it will release this hand. Oh, but what happened? So, now, what are you going to do? Well, you can put your hand back up here and release this one.
Okay.
That's silly, isn't it? But it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes you laugh, makes you feel good. Why not do this with your clients? Okay?
Yeah.
Let them know that they're in trance. Excuse me. Do you think you're in trance?
No.
She's very skeptical though, still.
Right, exactly. But she cannot deny that she has the power to do
Right.
this.
But I'm following direction, which I didn't the first time.
Right. It's a choice.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you're comfortable with this.
Yeah.
This is okay, but don't take my glasses away. That's not the thing that's going to happen.
Right, right. This
Okay.
is safe. You don't know if the
Right.
angel.
And so now don't take the pen away because I can't allow that because you might take my glasses away. That's just what went through her head. Can't take the angel away, you make my glasses go away. Can't allow that. No. Okay. Give yourself permission to go ahead and release. There you go. So now you can have your glasses back. We'll use somebody else who demonstrated, saying that you still want to be skeptical, but you're going to have to give it up because you want to do this work.
I just, my father was like extremely skeptical of everything. So.
It's good to be skeptical. It's good to question.
And I think that, I always say that what you learn, you practice, what you practice, you become. So.
Right. And so that is true. What she just said is exactly true. Oh my goodness,
That's
yes.
what I'm learning in this class.
Right.
That it's a choice.
Everything is a choice. So you allow, here's your belief system, it's right here. I'll believe up to here. You're not taking my glasses. Like, I'm not going to believe that because I need those glasses. That's my life. So, and so if you would like, we'll work with your eyesight and stuff.
I didn't need my glasses.
Right. Why do you need them? Everybody has to grow old. Everybody. But you don't have to age.
Right.
You like a number that you are comfortable with? I would pick 20, but if you want to pick 20, your choice. Pick it. If you can believe it, it happens. Okay? So, I'm 63. I believe I'm 53. So that's my choice. I like that number. It feels good to me.
Yeah. 30 was good. Because that year for me, whatever.
Right. So what are you comfortable with?
That
What
number
age
is
are you
good.
comfortable
I like
with?
40, 30.
I'm
Of course, I haven't been before
I'm
that yet.
64.
30
I'm the oldest
was
one.
Well, don't keep that to yourself. You already have changed that anyway. When I
Yeah.
first told you this before, you
Yeah,
have
well, I've
already made
been
a...
working on it using affirmations.
Right.
And I've looked in the mirror and command my I am presence to,
So you no longer have, you only do that one time. You only have to do it one time. You're God.
well,
I only do this thing one time.
I guess
Except
it's
for abundance and
when-
stuff like that, because abundance is changing, except for love, because love is changing too.
Okay.
The amount that you take in, the amount that you give out. Joy, same thing. Okay?
There's, yeah, okay.
Yes, you are. Go ahead. Is it a story you would like to share?
What a story.
I got a story for everything.
I don't know why you two are sitting together and Barbara's over here, because the three of y'all are storytellers.
looks like we're legit authors with what we're doing. Not doing the kind that you're going to do, but doing our experiences.
Well,
Absolutely.
Right.
Oh, and so you know that you also need to have a recorder.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
So it doesn't, and you can use your phone. I'm not telling you to go out and spend a bunch of money, because you don't have to spend any money to do this.
Yeah.
Okay? So you can use what you got. And when you're making money, go ahead and buy yourself. Treat yourself. My goodness, you got, you can treat yourself.
I can tell it when anybody gets a recorder. I have a little Sony recorder, and it's great because it plugs in the computer, and you can literally take, and the software that comes with it, you can convert it
Right, it's very
to
good.
an MP3 or MP4 file. So it's.
I can't do an MP4 because that's a video.
Oh, MP3, right?
Yes, MP3.
So,
And so,
I should know about that MP4.
I got a really nice.
yes, because that's what you're going to be doing is that.
Same thing.
So, this is just one of those little cheap Sonys. Okay, I did buy an extended mic. Okay, so what you would do is hook someone up to it, and then go ahead and turn it on. Okay, and so when you do the induction, and then you go ahead and do the session. When you start the session, you turn it on. You don't want to do the induction because they'll go right back in. Unless you tell them not to. But then they still have a tendency to go back in, so just don't do it, you know. And this is pretty cool because it has a thing for earphones, so you can listen and stuff. But I'm pretty loud, and if my client isn't loud, I'll tell them to be loud.
I found one on Amazon and it comes with a microphone.
Yeah.
And it's very good. The quality is very good.
This is,
What brand did you?
You know, I can't remember what the brand is.
there's
but it
lots
has-
on Ericsson,
But it was,
there's
it might have been
Sony
there,
has,
but it was only $28.
right. You don't have to buy it. This was, I think, like $40. The microphone was another 20, but this is an excellent microphone. And so,
Yes, this one was too.
so it's the Sony. In fact, everybody tells you whatever microphone you get, whatever recorder you get a Sony microphone with it. So that's it. And so maybe we should go ahead and do the test. Okay, so, and so a negative is not seeing someone or something that is right before their eyes. So I could have done like Mary's not here, or Pam, or Cynthia, but I chose to do her eyeglasses, and so there was a reason behind that. It wasn't by accident, so y'all needed to see how that works. You have to get rid of their fears. If you don't get rid of their fears, it's not happening. No matter how hard you try, get rid of the fears first. So, and I haven't done a session with them. Okay? Now I could have done this with Cynthia, Mary, or Amy. I've done sessions with them. Okay? They would have gone with whatever I said. They are not going to be skeptical. They know how it works. So, and maybe with you. I don't know. I think we've got a lot of stuff. So. I'm only kidding. Okay. So, okay, so answer true or false. Everyone can be hypnotized?
If they
False.
Not till then we choose.
See, I'm watching over black and white person, so I'm looking at that, I'm like, well, yes, but only after they go through.
What about someone that is on drugs?
Oh, sure.
What about someone who has a mental problem that can't concentrate?
Well, so once they get, once.
Fixed, then they, yes, okay. Then- But what I'm asking is, can anyone be hypnotized? There are people that are in a vegetative state that can't be hypnotized, but their subconscious is there.
You can
Yeah.
still
You
work
can still
with
do
them.
work with them,
Yeah.
but you're not
Doesn't
hypnotizing them.
hurt. My neighbor who has the OCD, would that be considered a mental problem?
Well, the psychologists have given it that label, so yes.
So,
And so I can't work with that problem, and I won't. But her higher self, and she will,
right.
if she wants to.
I think she
No, I think she
So-
does. I think that's why she
knows. Yeah.
keeps contacting me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would see so.
So if someone has dementia,
Right. So in dementia, it's the same thing.
In dementia, because
Well,
my neighbors.
Of course not. So dementia is when the soul is ready to check out, but they're still connected. And so they're being held back by a person or feeling or something that's there that they're not through with, and they are hanging on, but the soul wants to leave. And the soul does leave and leaves the body behind. And but the soul comes back in. Those are the times that you can talk to them.
It was interesting because my neighbor was outside the other day, and she's somebody, I've been friends with her for 20 years, and she's into dementia now. And so I said to her, she was working with her nurse, and I said, Susie, I said, I'm learning how to do hypnosis. I said, maybe I can hypnotize you. And when I, after the class, and she had a great sense of humor, it was just, we traveled together and everything. And so she said to me, and she looked at me, she said, she smiled, and then she said, maybe that'll make me come back. And I thought, wow, goosebumps.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, and just the answer surprised me. She said, however she said it was like, she wanted November to come back.
Now, could it be a child holding that they don't want the parents
Could
to
be
die?
anything.
Oh,
Could be
okay.
anything. Anybody, any place. It's something that's unfinished in their life.
Oh,
But the soul is ready to go and does go and do things. So it leaves.
comes back and forth.
It comes back and forth.
Yeah.
I'm being tickled.
Yeah.
My brother's wife, I get relations, family members mixed up, but she has dementia. She's healthy. Once in a while she gets pneumonia, but she's on no medications on a regular basis. And Bessie says sometimes Mama knows me, and sometimes she doesn't, but she's having fun talking with anybody around her, and she's a talker. And I had the feeling that I thought, Betsy's not ready to really find out what's going on. And I was prevented from getting a chance to say to her something like, it
Not
may,
ready to be shared. That's right.
and so, this is clarifying something.
Okay.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Okay. A subject always knows when he's in the state of hypnosis. A genius makes a better subject than a person of normal intelligence. No.
You said a higher intelligence.
Higher intelligence, yes, but a normal intelligence, see, let's talk about genius.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
They're false.
I think we all know a genius, we almost have a genius in our lives, because we get it.
well, no, I'm a genius, I've been tested as a genius. So, but
Yeah, but you're a master spirit and all that, so you don't count.
it
No,
counterbalances it.
yeah, it all, because you're
And
spirit.
plus, I asked before I came in to have my memory stifled
Oh, yeah.
so that I would be unbearable.
Oh, yeah.
If I can remember everything, but they released that back to me now, so I'm able to remember the things that I need to remember that I want to remember. So that's important to me. And everything, so I have no trouble teaching the class and everything, because that's what they released back to me.
Yeah.
What I would be unbearable in the past, and I would have used it, not in a good way, that would lead me away from my path that I had to do in front of me. So I asked for that.
That's why you asked me. Why you do it?
No, intelligence is fine. It's the one you use right. You know, and I would have used it to get over on people and to be abusive. So I know these things, and so no, I didn't want it. But it was okay for me to be intelligent and be a genius. And so when they tested me, I really messed them up. You know? How can you be so smart? How can you do these questions so quickly? Okay, so a weak-willed person makes a better subject than a strong-willed person. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about that. You're going to have people come to you and tell you that they're strong-willed and can't be hypnotized, when it's the very opposite.
Right.
So if they're strong-willed, that means they're in control.
Right.
And so when you do trance, guess what? They're more in control than any other time. Make sure you tell them that. Make sure your clients understand that. A weak-willed person, you can't even hypnotize them because they're all over the place.
So that was true. That was true.
No, that was false. A
Okay.
weak-willed person does not make a better subject.
Okay, well, okay, so I had it right.
Yes.
For the first time.
Okay. So this is I can give you the pages if you want for these answers, or you can go ahead and just find them in your own. Okay. And so, let's do this one. A person may be hypnotized by telephone or mail.
True.
I would say true.
Well, I know, I've been hypnotized already by talking to somebody on the phone. I can go into a trance.
That's right.
Yes.
I would
So
say
the answer is true. And you can use Skype. But I will caution you in doing this or doing it by phone, make sure that there is somebody there in case they drop the phone. If you do this, in fact, I will tell you not even to do it.
Right.
Unless you have already worked with the person, don't use anything. You can use Skype, and that's pretty good if you have already been face-to-face with them. Make sure there's no abnormal reactions. We talked about this, remember, ab reactions. So if they have an ab reaction, they drop the phone, they're going to stay in it for a while. They'll eventually come out of it, but they're going to suffer from that. And you're not going to be able to work with them again.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to attempt that.
Right, why tempt it?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, except for it's a family member and you don't really care. And so, how did I say that? I can't believe those words came out of my mouth. I'm teasing, of course. A teenager and his grandmother are equally good candidates for hypnosis.
True.
Well, what do y'all think?
No, the word equally is the cue
Yeah.
there, that's.
Yeah.
Well, you're
Just because they're
thinking
related,
youngest
they're not
and
equal.
oldest. You're thinking young and old.
I'm just thinking
So-
as one is older or younger make a difference. No,
That's
it's a
what I'm thinking,
choice.
yeah.
No.
Isn't it the
Well, a
concentration?
teenager
level?
might not be able to concentrate. His mind.
Actually, you have it opposite.
Oh.
the younger they are, the easier they're to go into trance. By the time you got into our age, you've been bombarded with so much crap you've got running in your head. You're so skeptical.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want to point at anybody, but you're so skeptical of everything that it becomes difficult.
Okay, so teenagers.
So if you go to an old folks home to do this, just remember that. Some are going to be off in their own world anyway. Some will be okay, and others, most of them, they're going to just go.
But you're right, if you went to a high school, a 10th grade classroom, you could probably.
High schoolers, wow. What you get to, so you can go and do a hypnosis show there, and you can make gobs of money, $2,000, $5,000. Doing prom, and if you like to do that stuff, and it is good money, I got to tell you, but I don't feel called to it anymore. I don't feel like, I like to help people, but, and so you offer them a win-win situation. They don't have to put any money out. You provide everything, and so now, but you control the money. Don't let them control the money because the tickets and stuff. You have to get the ticket printed up. You have someone to sell the tickets, and they have to be responsible for that. Otherwise, the Good Buddy system works full time when you're doing that. So you can also do this. It works with doing the service clubs, Elks clubs, Eagles, Moose. You can go and say, hey, you know what? I'm not selling anything, but I think I got a win-win situation for you. I'm a hypnotist, and this is what I do. And then you explain what you do, and how you can benefit them. Okay? So they can charge whatever they want, but for the meals and everything, because that's what draws them in. So you now having more people come in for them, and you take a split of the tickets. And so you do it this way, say 30 people, you're going to charge $10, $15, $20, whatever it is. Usually I try to make it somewhere around $300 to $500, so I'm going to make that night, okay? Which I don't do that anymore. But whatever you want to charge, and then after that, you do a split with them. So if you have like 50 people, 100 people come in, a lot of these places hold more, some hold less. So you charge more for the ones that hold less, and less for the ones that hold more. Okay? And you want to keep it at whatever you're comfortable with of having a good time, because you're going to have a good time too. You know what I mean? And so you choose whatever you want to make that night. And the same thing with proms. Proms are prom night, you do 5 a night.
Wow.
And it's a safe situation for the children.
But you're
The
talking
kids?
about a comedy type.
Right.
Right, this is
Yes,
comedy,
right.
comedy demonstration.
Right.
And so we've already been doing some of the stuff,
Right.
sticking your hand to things, having you forget your name that you don't want to forget, that kind of thing. But I have one of Jeffrey Ronning. If y'all are interested in doing this type of thing, Jeffrey Ronning, it's GEOFFRONNING.
GEOFFR.
No, RON, Ronning, RONNING. It's 2 words.
Ronnie,
Jeffrey, GEOFF.
Okay.
Actually, it's Jeff.
That's what I realized, Ronnie. Okay.
Sorry, Jeff Ryan. If you're interested in it, then he is the number one. There's no one better. And so he has a course, I think it's like $800.
Oh, wow.
And he also does mentoring. Well, now he's off to doing something else. He's found that he can make more money doing webinars than he can and doesn't have to go anywhere. He can just sit in his house and do the webinars and stuff. So, but he still has the school and everything, and he teaches it. And so, what you're learning everything now. You don't even need to go that way. Okay, and so.
Don't you, I mean, you have obviously a very good sense of humor, and you're able to.
So do you. Giggle box.
You like to have fun.
I
You
do,
like to play around.
I do. I'm like, but I just feel, I don't know, I think when I'm safe, I can have a good sense of humor when I feel safe.
You're always safe because you create that safety.
Always safe and protected.
You also are very confident in what you can do.
Meek. With some things, yes.
You
I have
are
practice.
in the
I'm very
top
confident.
10%.
Okay.
You're in the top 10, Barbara.
I'm in the top 10%.
Might as well admit it.
of hypnotists. Okay.
So she's not ready to buy into that quite yet, but
But
she will be.
you will be.
So-
Your time this is over.
And then, so it's going to be a choice. And so now we're going to take you into the future. Look here. Sleep. Drifting and floating, drifting and floating, drifting and floating. In a moment, I'm going to ask for Barbara's subconscious to come forward and take her into the future where she can see herself up on stage doing this. And it's already happening. 1, 2, 3. There you are, Barbara, having a good time.
Yeah, I could see myself.
Yeah,
Did that.
yeah.
So.
You can go ahead and open your eyes at any time and come right back in and talk about it.
Yeah, no, it was just all of a sudden when you did that, I could see myself giggling and laughing on stage.
And helping others to giggle and laugh too.
Because laughter's the best medicine.
Yeah,
remember?
yeah.
To get everybody-
And
Back to Toastmasters.
there you go. So you're able to do this stuff. So
Thank you.
okay,
Very much.
all right.
Test.
Okay. Okay. Self-hypnosis can be developed. I'm going to take out easily. Just scratch through that. Self-hypnosis can be developed by reading a good book on the subject.
I would say yes, true. Self-hypnosis. Because that's...
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, because I listened to years ago Shakti Gawan, who did creative visualization, and you said creative visualization is self-hypnosis.
Can you self-hypnotize yourself?
I can go...
The answer is no. Just go ahead and say what the answer is and stop beating around the button.
I feel like I can. I can
Then do
hypnotize
it.
myself. I mean,
Do
I
it.
can't... I can do it
I
by
can't. There you
relaxation.
go. You can't. Okay, so the answer is no.
Okay.
All right? You can't do it from a book.
Right.
You can read about it, but you will never know what it feels like. This is why self-hypnosis is so hard.
I'm getting
Because you're
confused
not-
with the going into a trance from
Right,
like a
yeah.
meditation. or
Right.
whatever.
That's what I was thinking.
But how do you know that you're in a trance? See, you can't learn that from a book.
Right.
You have to experience it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay? Alrighty. Okay.
There's that word again, catalepsy.
Mhm. So, alright, so which subject is in deeper hypnosis? So Cynthia, the question was, self-hypnosis can be developed by reading a good book on the subject. What do you think? Do you give any questions away, the answers?
False.
Oh.
You're
Okay,
too smart for this.
the reason is that with self-hypnosis is the hard, even though everything is self-hypnosis, it's the hardest thing for you to understand that you're in. How do you know? How do you know how deep you are? Okay? You can't get that out of a book. You got to actually feel it.
So the key here is develop. So, like self-hypnosis can be developed.
You can change develop to learn,
Or,
any name that you want to put on it.
but let's say once you've experienced and once you've developed it. Because you said,
Oh, now
you
developed
said
is different. Once you have gone to the fact that you have learned how to do it, which is not going to be from a book,
Right. So then we can.
And
because
that's,
I think that's what.
oh yes, you're gonna do I'm gonna do that with you. And this is something that you get to take out and teach others. It's a
Okay.
program, because it's very good for salespeople,
Mhm.
okay? It's very good for everybody. They get to change their lives and stuff. You don't want clients to keep coming back to you. You want clients to go out and find you other clients to come to you.
Mhm.
You want them to be able to do this stuff on their own.
Okay.
So,
So once it's developed, but it's not the developing part. I'm done now.
She reminds me so much of me.
use whatever word you want to, it still comes out false.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree on the false.
You're not gonna convince me otherwise. Well, I could be convinced, but you have to.
No, I don't want to change it. I
Okay.
just,
All right, which subject is in deeper hypnosis? Subject A, capable of full body catalepsy in the post-hypnotic state. Subject B, capable of forgetting his name post-hypnotically.
A.
Which one?
I say A. I vote for A.
Or there's another one too. Or subject A can carry out a series of post-hypnotic suggestions.
Capable of
Neither.
Okay, so catalepsy is easy to do. So now you're asking someone to do something negative. Forget their name. That is the one.
Forget the name.
yeah.
So that's B.
Yeah, to me.
That's me. Very easy to do. Did you see how easy it was for me to do catalepsy with her arm? Okay? Very easy. All right?
Right.
Switching your name from Barbara to Beverly? Not so easy. Okay, we
My
got it now.
glasses, not at all.
Yeah, that's not happening. That's not happening at all. Okay. All right. Now, next one. Subject A can carry out a series of post-hypnotic suggestions without remembering they were given. Subject B cannot see his wife who is seated across the table from him.
I'm saying B again.
Any agreement? Is it A or B? Okay, so what is your thinking? Okay, so I give her a suggestion that her hand is stuck to the table. Very easy. Okay? Cannot see her glasses. Very hard.
Right.
Very hard. So it doesn't matter what you put in there, wife, husband, it doesn't matter. That's the hard one. That's the hardest. That's the last one. So when you want to be sure how deep someone is, you can do that. But be careful. They can be deep enough, but not wanting, remember free will, not wanting to, like, Barbara, don't want to do this. So continue until you find something that's in the negative, like glass here. Not seeing that. As long as she feels safe and there's no fear, then I will use that to take away her glasses. Okay. Can post-hypnotic suggestions become permanent?
Yes.
And that's where we work. We work to have our client make permanent changes that they want to make. Okay? Not that you want for them because it won't work. I can want for someone to be a non-smoker when it's just not going to work unless they really want to do that. And then it's my job to help to them until they see it as something they want to do. Which is what we policy is going to come into that. And if y'all know anybody who wants to stop smoking, send them that way. And we do the class.
I just know I had to open that bedroom door.
getting a message, open the bedroom door, open it, and the cat was sitting right there. And I went and she,
Aww.
she was messaging me, right?
That's right.
And, because I thought she'd be able to jump through it, but no, she's too fat, so.
You know those ways? Okay. Is there any objection to having a hypnotized subject demonstrate that he is capable of lifting excessive weights?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So anything that would hurt you in your normal state of being will hurt you in trance. And anything that you can do in a trance, you can do in your normal state of being. Anything you can do in your normal state of being, you can do in trance. So, of course. Okay. What are some of the symptoms of repeating hysteria in a person who is being hypnotized? Well, let's think back about my sister.
Oh, yeah.
What probably
You were,
people.
oh no, it
Well,
wasn't you, Javi was there.
She wants to
Yeah,
talk.
Javi, that day when everything was just going kind of.
How was she? Do you remember?
I wasn't there.
Oh, you weren't
It
there?
was Javi.
Denise
Right.
was there,
Javi.
right? Wasn't Denise there?
Not for that one, for
Oh.
Javi. Javi was there.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I
Okay,
was
so
with
it was inappropriate laughter. Crazy laughter.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, she just went hysterical. Well,
And
yeah,
hysteria.
Oh,
Yeah, hysterical. So laughter is one.
And it was been off the wall. It was not her normal
Right,
laughter. It was
right.
off the
Facial-
wall.
it was-
Facial expressions.
Right.
Why, what is the reason for that?
Because they're having,
I would have thought protecting.
they're having an abnormal reaction.
Yeah, that's
So it is the symptoms of impeding hysteria,
Yeah.
okay? And which lets you know that there's something there, okay? And you have to work through it.
Yeah.
Oh, I see, it's like a
But-
block.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
like a guarding it there.
Right.
Another mask.
Yeah.
Yes, you
Keep it
can't,
from the guarding,
here's
guarding.
my mask, here's my
Yeah,
facade. You
yeah.
can't get through. Rhythm of circular motions, okay? Like this, okay? Hands, I don't know if you notice her hands, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, her hands, crying,
With that, like the one day I was there, she did a lot of talking. She kept coming. Would that be something or is that?
no, she wasn't in trance.
Oh,
This is
It's
a.
how in
Trying is one, because I,
Yes.
Crying,
Yeah,
excessively
Oh,
crying.
excessively crying,
Oh,
not
not just
releasing, no,
Okay.
that's completely different, understand the difference. They don't understand the difference because they put crying out without explaining that.
okay.
And hyperventilation, breathing fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is what I've noticed with my daughter when she went into her, all of a sudden, at the death scene,
Is this a story?
real quick. It was the instant crying and her facial expression went right to, oh, just-
Terror.
Yeah, terror in it. And that's when I knew, oh my God, what's happening.
So, what did you do?
Well, I tried to,
You tried to do something to you now?
no, I didn't try to do anything. I started asking her how she was feeling, what do you see?
Don't do that.
Oh, okay. That's what I did.
They're going into an abreaction. What are you supposed to do?
The same
Bring them back in.
as follow your breath.
Right.
Well,
That's the quickest thing, or and for if you're doing direct suggestion, or you were supposed to in the pre-talk tell them that they could step back
Right.
and observe it.
yeah. Well, I
Your
did that
choice.
because that's what I had learned from HHT, and I did tell her, I said, you're just an observer, you're not.
You have to tell them directly. Yeah, you have to be forceful. This, keeping your voice at a normal, the way you were talking, step back and observe it as an observer. Step back and observe it as an observer. You do it that quickly, you might have to say it once, twice, 3 times, They go, okay. Now, you're observing it. Tell me what's going on. Don't bunch of junk in there. They're reliving it just as it's going on.
Yeah.
When we do these things, you'll notice you're reliving it. She relived it.
Right. Right.
Not a pleasant thing. But now I could have said the same thing to her, but I knew she needed to release that. So, of course, I'm not going to tell her to step back and see it as an observer. I won't allow her to work through it.
Well, I think that's what happened with my daughter because, like I said, she's psychic anyways. So she was already talking to her higher self without me knowing that she was doing it. So when I told her, you know, you can be an observer, you don't have to feel it. You know, she wanted to feel it. She was going through all of it. He was already explaining to her what was going
So,
on.
if you're doing a demonstration, okay, you want to do the one where the scene fades and you tend to your breathing. And then after they do that, after they calm down, then you go ahead and immerse them and help them back to their seat. This is the one time that you do that. Okay? You do not want to touch them because when you touch, you anchor. Do not touch them until you have brought them back to their normal state of being.
So that answers the next question.
So what's the next one?
16.
Yes,
Okay.
right, that answers that.
The scene fades, focus on the video. Or return.
This is only when you are doing demonstrations, okay? So even when you do stress relief, when you first, and though I have taught you the most gentle way to do it, and the most successful way of doing it, it could trigger an apt reaction. There is again the time the scene fades, and you tend to breathe. Do not touch. And of course, they've got all this other stuff. It says stop using words like hypnosis or sleep. Use calming, relaxing words. And don't emerge until calming has been achieved. Don't touch. Don't touch is right. Okay? And you are using calm, soothing words. The scene fades. And you tend to be happy. Don't be telling them stuff when you're calming down. You're calming down. They're not going to calm down. They're locked in. They're reliving it. They're locked in until you help them release that. Scene fades. All right. Is it beneficial to hypnotize an emotionally disturbed person? Well, what they are there.
No, emotionally disturbed. Okay, so this would.
So it actually is beneficial.
Right.
Okay, if you have to have someone who wants to do it.
Yes.
They give themselves permission, and you permission, and they follow instructions. If they can follow instructions, then of course it's beneficial. All right. Remember, the subconscious is always there. So, no matter what, you can talk to the subconscious. And talk to the subconscious just as you would be talking to them. If they can't concentrate, that's different. They can't follow instructions.
Right.
So you find that with a lot of children. So, now, according to NGH, the answer is no.
This is why you want to help. Like my neighbor, I would consider her emotionally disturbed, but
Oh, the answer is no, according to them, but it's
According
really
to
yes.
them, but for y'all,
Usually I put yes.
y'all,
Yes.
yes, it's actually yes.
Because she's reaching out to me, she obviously wants help.
Right. And so as long as she can do those three things, fine. Okay. Now, NGH says no. So, if anything, so you have to be careful how you talk about things and stuff. Y'all are coming from a different perspective of working with the metaphysical spiritual side. It's always open.
Right.
So, they don't even like to talk about surrogate healing. So, all right. So, is hypnosis dangerous? Okay. It can be.
If they follow directions.
No, I mean, if you had a,
What about people
Sinister.
falling out of their chair?
Oh, we're not gonna let
Well,
that happen.
yeah, it's okay,
Yeah,
so
we're not gonna
what are you
let
gonna do? You're gonna tell them that their seatbelt is there, that they
That's
can't,
right.
their butt is stuck to the seat, okay? Well, heal. We can do in another session, some work with you, who to heal that broken
I'm
leg.
gonna put down here, only if they fall out of their chair.
Or fall off the stage,
Fall off the thing.
okay, or trip on a chair. Right.
use precaution.
Yeah, use precaution. Okay. Well, I'm going to be successful in getting through this. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Okay. All right. Okay. List some of the rules of conduct that should be followed in the interest of the subject as well as the hypnotist. Okay, I'll just read this to you. You always have the client's welfare in mind. When you're doing the work with them, it's about them. You're there to help. So anything that you can do, that's what you do. You keep them safe from harm, that is the agreement. You make a contract with them. When they say yes, you're saying, yes, I will keep you safe from harm. I will protect you. That is your contract.
Don't force anything, right?
Right.
Yeah.
No, and freedom from abuse, okay? In confidentiality, record your sessions. You don't have to videograph them, but record your sessions. All your sessions. This is to protect them and to protect you. Because you'll have people say to you, well, this came about because of the session. Okay? So no. You got the session. Okay?
Right.
And you have to tell them in the beginning that it's being recorded, correct?
Oh yes, of course. In fact, that's one of the things. People want it recorded so that they can have it later to play back. And you want to be sure, so you tell them, I'm recording this session, and for you to record, for you to play it back later, and you have a desire to do that. You do it many times, because each time you listen to it, you hear something different. Okay? All of your subjects must be somnambulistic.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Somnambulistic, okay. You evidently haven't taken the course.
Uh-huh.
The videos, you haven't read the videos.
I haven't yet either, all of them.
Half.
Somebody
Some.
who's suggestible,
1/3.
right? Easily
Right.
suggestible.
Highly
Okay.
suggestible person who goes in very easy.
That's what that word means.
That's what the word
Yeah.
means. Okay? And so you have to be able to work with someone. The thought is that they must be in somnambulism. Okay? So this is where you're at. In your normal state of being, when you're excited up here, but when you go into trance, you're down here. Understand that you can go up and down.
So that's a true,
What's that?
all of your subjects must be somnambulist.
I don't think-
Somnambulistic. And the answer is false.
Yeah.
Ah,
But I will tell you, they don't know this, but everyone is somnambulistic.
Yeah.
You have to learn
Not to be, just like we have to learn to be in our normal state of being.
Right. There you
We're
go.
not, right.
So the truth is, everybody is a somnambulistic person. Everybody. So don't listen to people tell you that you're going to have a hard time because this person is left brain and this person is high stress. This person is very controlling. Crap.
Right,
You decide what you're going to have.
right.
You decide that you, from the very beginning, that your next client is going to be the best client ever. Now you tell that client that they're going to be the best client ever. So what if they come in and they do all this? Doesn't matter. You take control. Put them in trance right away.
Yeah, immediately,
Yeah.
Bam,
Yeah.
sleep.
Let me thank you for coming in. Look at the hand. Close your
Yeah.
eyes, sleep. They don't get a chance.
Right.
Okay? And for them coming to see you, you already got that agreement.
Yes.
All right? You don't have to ask for it. Don't forget to talk to them, though.
Yeah.
And so you don't have to say sleep either. Okay? You can say relax. You'll hear me use both words. Sleep,
Yes.
relax. And I go back and forth. Okay?
So in a case like that, you wouldn't do the interview then, or?
No, you going in if you talking to them on the phone and you find out that they're got a high stress job and stuff, do whatever you think is necessary.
Okay.
All right. So they're coming to you expecting to be hypnotized. Don't let them have that chance to go and talk your ear off for 2 or 3 hours. Okay, which is what I used to do because that's what I was taught.
Right.
And so you can do this immediately.
Okay.
Don't forget to shoot in the words. Your legs are strong. If they're standing up, your legs are strong beneath you and keep you in perfect balance. Okay? All right. And if the subject sits straight up, it means he or she is not hypnotized or not in hypnosis. What do you all think?
False.
Okay, that's true. It's false. I've had people sit straight up with their eyes wide open. Remember, whatever you can do in your normal state of being, you can do in trance. I've had people that their eyes are just partly closed, you know, and you're going, are they in trance? Well, of course, find out. Stick your hand to the forehead. Do all kinds of things with them. Change it up, you know. Lift their wrists and let it flop down. If it flops down, they're in somnambulism. Go ahead and do the work. I will be giving you what is called the Erickson induction when I get it back tomorrow. And what it is a 4-minute induction, and I want y'all to memorize it, and I want y'all to do it with each other. You have to do it in less than 4 minutes. Any more than that?
Okay.
You're more? Well, you might get lucky, okay, from intention. But you need to go, when you have clients coming to you, you're going to have clients coming to you all times of the day. Now, I'm very fussy, so I tell you come at 1 o'clock. All right? But what if they can't come at 1 o'clock? You have to work with them. So what if they can only come at 8 o'clock at night and they're just getting off of work? Okay, you're going to hear some snoring? Or you're going to do quick inductions? Get your work done.
Yeah.
Boom. I wouldn't suggest that you do a full session at 8 o'clock at night, but I've done it. You know, gone midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. So it can be done. And if that's what you have to do, and that's all you can do, then that's fine. Okay. A hypnotized subject can only hear the hypnotist's voice.
False. We
Great.
know that from experience.
That's right. And you tell them, your senses are heightened. 10 times. You hear everything around you, not just my voice, phones ringing, dogs barking, but it will only help you go deeper relax. The sound of my voice carries you deeper relax. Okay? And you say many things, yeah, you can do this in a bar. I've done it lots of times in bars. I have people come up, I'll forget that I have this on and go in, they have a burger or something. Well, actually it's seafood now, but, and they'll go, oh, can you hypnotize me? Do you want to be hypnotized?
If you have that on, that must be the most commonly asked question, can you hypnotize?
Yeah.
At Charlie's over here, which is
Yeah.
Mike, the bartender, if I have this on, I can see the difference. He's like, comes over,
He won't look at you?
no, Ron, what do you want? It's the funniest thing. And so, you know, but I can come in any other time without this on. You go,
You feel
and
safe.
then
Yeah.
safe, feel safe, you know.
Can't get me.
Yeah,
Hey, you know Cowboys closed?
yeah, they went under new management and then closed.
Yeah, they went out of business. Right across the street here.
And I've done it at Cowboys too. I used to like to go over there on ladies' night. Oh boy, that was
Years,
fun.
because
I could get all the drinks that I wanted. Now, I didn't go any further than that because
Before that, yeah.
We remember when it was RJ Hairdresser.
I remember when Cowboys opened, yeah.
yeah. The movements of a good subject are usually slow and sluggish.
False.
It can be anything.
Right, that's true.
But the one thing, remember that I told you, as her arm was coming up, it's jerky.
Yeah.
Someone goes, you know, they're pretending. Don't pick them.
Right.
So, unless you go over and do the, I want to thank you. Close your eyes.
You know, I didn't know it was jerky either when you said that. And then I could feel it.
Right,
I'm like, oh yeah, every time I put a balloon on,
right,
it took it a little, and that's what I was imagining. That's what I
Right.
was.
exactly. Okay, a person who is hypnotized cannot leave on his or her own will.
False.
Okay, a person in hysteria should be left alone and not attended to. Holy moly. So I went to see this hypnotist that is supposed to be really a good hypnotist here doing comedy hypnosis shows. Larry the hypnotist. Larry never was told about ab reactions.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
And so for this night, he had one. He yelled at him, he screamed at him, he shook him. And,
Kidding.
no. And so I allowed that, even though I knew what to say and do, I allowed that so that he would not be allowed to come back. So,
Good action.
and so, but when the person came back, then I talked to him.
Okay.
Okay, so you can help them,
Mm-hmm.
but I wasn't going to help him. He's been doing this for 7 years now and doing this crazy crap. No,
Yeah.
he would take people and make them cry.
Oh.
So he's abusing that.
Right,
Oh,
exactly, and you'll
that's-
find that's what a lot of hypnotists don't go to Las Vegas
Wow.
and go to see some of the shows because they have very explicit shows. Well, when you're under hypnosis and everything, and you just said, you believe that the hypnotist can make you do anything, clothes are optional.
Right.
And
especially
so
if
they
you
don't
have
care
cocktails,
because, you're right, I mean, it's like fair game, and so, yeah, I want to play and do this crazy, and you never know what is suppressed sexually.
Right. Right.
And so, they do that, and I don't think it's right. I think that you should never ever do something that would be
Harmful.
Yeah,
harmful to your
Mentally or.
mentally, physically, emotionally,
Mm-hmm.
on any level. You're there to help them, and so why not do that? If you do a demonstration, now I'm telling you demonstrations, and so you can do a comedy hypnosis show called a demonstration, and the reason I'm telling you that is that you need insurance to do hypnosis. The way I'm telling you, you really don't. But I will tell you, go ahead and get it just as a safe thing. It's just, it's not that much. But to do comedy hypnosis, then you're gonna buy insurance just to do that.
Are
But
you
if you-
talking a business license?
No, I did not say business, I said insurance.
Oh, no, I thought you said a license before that. You need a license.
Did I say that? I don't think so.
Okay, then that's me.
It's on tape.
Insurance, okay.
You need insurance, okay? All right, so being, having the certified, being a ordained minister, that's a get out of jail card. Having the insurance, it's just, I can tell you, just go get it. Even though you 99% sure that you won't do anything stupid.
And once we're a member of that organization, we
You can get insurance through them.
through them, discounted, right?
Right. And of course, we can also, there's also insurance through QHHT.
Yeah, it's really reasonable.
Really reasonable.
Extremely.
There is no reason, and so when they ask you if you're full-time or part-time, you put down part-time. You're not doing this every day
Right.
Right.
until you get to where you're doing it every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, then you're full-time. Okay?
And once you're a licensed hypnotist, you can get it through QHHT?
Yeah.
Or you have to take
No,
their classes?
no, you don't have to take the classes, you just call them up.
Oh,
okay.
perfect.
Once you are certified NGH,
Right, then you can do it, okay.
right. That's all, that's the only qualification.
26.
Women are easier to hypnotize than men.
I would say
Small.
false. It all depends on the willingness.
It just depends on the person.
Right.
I think it really
True.
depends on the person, but
Yeah.
True.
we have to have one or the other.
That's right, so which is it going to be?
It's true.
I say true.
Well, yeah, it's possible.
Women are more
Yeah.
open to change.
So it's
And they-
Okay, so I will give you a hint. There are more women hypnotists than there are men. But the truth is, neither one. You decide.
So it's false.
Oh, actually, it's neither one.
Right.
It's not false, it's not true. If you worked in the world of normal hypnotists, it would be true.
Oh, okay.
But in reality, you choose whether it's going to be hard or not. So when I get done, remind me to tell you how to take the power back. Okay, the hypnotic induction always takes at least 45 minutes. Okay. It is possible for a one-time suggestion to remain for 48 hours or more. That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. But also, hypnosis works on fractionalization. So, the more times you say something, like when you hear me give the affirmation at the end, and I say it 3 times, it's more powerful. If I said it 4 times, 5 times, it's more powerful. If I have you open your eyes and read it to yourself over and over again, wide open as the essence of what? Fine. It's more powerful. And I do that with stop smoking. Okay? I'm a non-smoker. Over and over again. I'll be back in another one. Just carry on. Okay. A person who locks his or her hands usually makes a good subject. No, that's true.
True?
Like, what?
I just said you shouldn't cross your legs or.
No. So this is a suggestibility test.
Oh,
I want you now, this is another one, so I
okay.
want you now, pay attention, put your hands down. Hands up. Put your hands together and walk them. Okay. Fine, you cannot go more. Now give yourself a suggestion that it's okay. Barbara didn't want to lock her hands together. Why did you not want to lock your hands together, Barbara? I don't know either. But you got to start following instructions. Lock your fingers together.
Oh, that's what I missed.
They'll lock tight.
They're locked tight.
Yeah.
The harder you try, the more to stay stuck. Now, give yourself the suggestion that they will release and find that they release. Fine.
That's, it's the hearing.
The hearing and the seeing. All right. The seeing nine dogs.
It's
Do the right way.
following the instructions.
That's right. Follow instructions.
Yes.
If a person, so what was the answer?
True.
Okay. If a person remains in hypnosis, he, she should be rushed to the hospital. Okay. Well, actually, he thought he was going to do that. Larry, the hypnotist.
Well, what the hell's the doctor supposed to do?
Okay, that's right.
He doesn't know anything about
And about the time that he's calling for the hospital, she starts to come out. And that's how it works. In hypnosis, you come out. You're not stuck. And so when she was ready to come out, she came out, but she was not happy. I can tell you that. Okay. The primary purpose of a session is to convince the subject. It's false. You're supposed to do the convincing beforehand.
Yeah.
You get rid of the fears and convince the subject that they can go into hypnosis. Okay? Once you're doing hypnosis, there is no convincing. You're just helping them. You're just guiding them along. Okay? Usually, if a person resists, he, she cannot be hypnotized.
After you work with them.
All right, if you're
So what are y'all going to say? Is it true or false?
it's both.
No, you don't get both. Good choice. It's both. Okay?
Well,
It's true.
Yeah.
If a person does not want to go into trance, they're not going to do it. Don't chase after them. Now, if they say to you, right, and there you go, you can work with them. Okay.
False.
Let's see.
I want to hear it right.
Okay, a hypnotized person does not have the power to reject suggestion. Okay, we're sure of that, right? All right. So, and I don't want to say anything, but I think y'all seen a demonstration of that. Yeah. Okay. And they don't follow instructions.
Yes.
And play with it. Don't hurt their feelings over it or anything. But once they become aware of it and joke about it a little bit and everything, I'm not hurting their feelings. Right?
No.
Okay, let's see what I can do.
I find myself. As well, I
Right. If you can't laugh at yourself,
I know.
you should be in this business. Okay. Most stage hypnotists use the Arthurian method of induction.
True.
And that's, it's true. And remember, we talked about it. Passive are using authority. So you want to come across, I'm the boss. I can knock you out, and I'm going to knock you out. Okay? So it's okay to lie then.
Right.
Use anything that you want to use. All right, a hypnotist must have a photographic memory.
Yeah.
I'm not either.
Well, y'all do have a photographic memory, and I
That's
did that.
a trick question because you have.
Okay, I have done that with y'all, so y'all will remember everything. So they're wrong, but they want the answer false. But in truth, you know how to do it.
So I'll put,
And you can work with teenagers, college students. I got through school by doing this, by putting myself into trance and studying. Then I could regurgitate everything the next day. The next day after that, whew, what did I study? I have no idea. So, the truth is yes, what they want is false. Okay, people in hypnosis on stage are actually sleeping. Okay. All members of the National Guild of Hypnotists are required to follow the Code of Ethics. Better get that right. And it's on my website, and Barbara can teach you how you know how to go in and pull that out. Follow instructions is one of the most, and concentrating, and it's one of the most important things.
I've been on your site.
Right, so you know how to go and take the Code of Ethics off of my site?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, your site, yeah.
Or anybody's site, you can steal it from
Yeah,
anybody.
yeah.
Okay. And so I want y'all to do that. Barbara will show you how, is that okay? Okay. And so, and give you a copy of it. All right? Oh, yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, I think
Okay,
so.
but it won't go on. It won't, it's a PDF file. Okay? So you have to know how to embed it in your website. And so I know she knows how to do that. Hypnosis is an unconscious state.
Because unconscious to me is to pass out.
How can it be?
did you say?
You hear everything around you. You know everything around you.
Oh, it's not unconscious, right? You work with subconscious.
You work with the
Oh,
subject.
yes, that's what I'm sorry.
Okay,
I was
so
thinking something.
hypnosis is an unconscious state. Are we in agreement? That's false?
Yes,
Alrighty.
yes. I'm sorry.
Mhm. Most subjects overestimate the time that they were hypnotized.
Yes.
Overestimate.
No, it's an
They underestimate. Very good, Annie. Thank you. You were paying attention and concentrating too.
Well, see, in number 38, I was practicing negative hypnosis. I
Oh,
thought it said subconscious.
that's right. So I'm dyslexic, and that was one of the things that I gave myself. And numbers, do not give me telephone numbers. Don't give me something to read because the letters move around and they change words. So so not a good thing. A common fear of hypnosis is not waking up.
Hey, now, you told me that reminds you to take your power back.
Right, take the power back. Okay, ladies,
I
stand
wrote
up.
it down, or whatever.
Stand up.
You want us to stay around the table here?
Just want you to come around
Okay.
and y'all are going to enjoy this.
Kind of get as close together as you can if you're going to do a circle or something.
Well,
What are they going to do?
okay, so this is it.
I'm coming. This way.
You're too funny. Okay, so, all right. So this is how you take your power back. Could you lay apart? Could you can't believe it?
Oh, yeah.
I knew that. Something else.
So you're super weak. Hold that for at least a minute. except for she wants to be Wonder Woman. Okay.
I do that all the time.
Right.
I do.
Continue doing it. I want y'all to do that. Anytime you have any type of fear. Oh no.
Anytime somebody is like coming at me or disagreeing, it's like,
Heck, come on down. Let's play.
Yeah.
You better have your big boy pants
I
on.
saw that on God. I just remember where I saw God.
All right, I'm going to turn it off. I think we're about through. I'm going to go
Good too.
potty,
Sitting and talking
and we're going to take a break. And if y'all want to continue to do some more work, we'll do that. 4 hop bunny.
4 hot bunny
4 hop bunny induction.
induction. Oh, interesting.
So now
Why are you gonna make me hop like a bunny?
I can't give it away. Okay. So, all right. I'm gonna put my hand on your shoulder and just steady you because you're going to go into trance. Is that all right?
Yes.
You're going to go into a deep trance. Okay. So there was this bunny, and he was hopping along. Are you watching the bunny? Are you watching the bunny?
I was counting the bunny.
The bunny's hopping along, and he comes to this little crack, and he has to jump across it. Okay? So he looks at it, and backs up, and he jumped across. And he's going to climb. So he's coming along, that's the first hop. He's coming along, and remember it's a 4 hop bunny induction.
Okay.
And so he's coming along, and he comes to this ravine. But it's not very deep, and it's not very wide. He looks over, looks at it, says, that is kind of deep. Kind of scary, too. I don't know if I can make it across. I'll give it a try. Backs up, and goes, boo, makes it across. Okay. Comes to this other ravine, this other deep canyon. Now this is really deep. And he's so high up. He's looking down, he's going, wow, that's a long ways up. That's a long ways down. If I fall down, I'm surely going to get hurt. But I think I can make it. So he backs up, he comes and jumps.
I didn't sleep. Why didn't I?
Because you didn't want to.
Because I don't want to.
You didn't want to do that. But if I did a regular one, you would have gone ahead and gone into trance. So once again, it was a choice. She got scared because of the height.
And as you were saying, big thing, and I'm
I
thinking,
know, I'm going, oh, is this part of the...
that's scary.
Well, okay, so here's the 4th hop. I cheated you out of the 4th hop. So that's the 4 hop bunny induction. It used to be the cockroach induction.
Most of us wouldn't even want that one. I would.
Right, but this guy's doing one in the bar, in
Oh,
noisy bar and stuff. That's where that came about.
Okay.
So the cockroach is running across, and he makes it across. And now the next time he's coming, and on the 3rd time, you go, sleep. And so I didn't jerk her enough. Is one of the other things, and I should have put my head here. Not my head here, my hand here on her neck so I could feel the tension. So I'd know when, but I just made a mistake. I assumed that she'd just go on over. But she
Especially
didn't
when it
want
comes to
to.
height.
The thing about the height is what did it. So let's explore the height. Want to do that? Okay. So very easy. Now, is it okay to go into trance now, into a deep trance, and when you come out, you feel wonderful, feel great, okay? Look at my finger, and you follow it down, 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 and 10 foot, yes, 13 foot, I got you, okay. So now, you've mentioned that you had a phobia of heights, okay? So, I'm going to ask for your subconscious to come forward and regress you back to the first time that you felt this. And remember that any time that you feel uncomfortable, and usually there's no reason to feel uncomfortable the first time. Anytime that you feel uncomfortable, you can step out of it and be in reserve. Okay, is that all right with you? All right, I'm going to count from 1 to 3, and your subconscious is going to take you back to the initial cause of you having the phobia for heights. 1, 2, 3, and you're there. Light outside, dark outside?
It's dark.
Dark. Okay. Anybody there with you?
No.
You by yourself. If you were to guess, about what age are you?
I don't know. I don't think I went anywhere. I don't think I went back.
Okay. Now you're safe and you can go back. Let me ask your subconscious to come forward. I'm talking to Pam's subconscious now. Pam has a phobia of height. Is it okay if we work with that now?
Yes.
Okay. Is it okay to heal that?
Yes.
Is it okay to show her the initial cause? Or is there any reason not to? Does she need to see the initial cause, or can we just go ahead and release it?
Release it.
Okay. All right. So now I'm going to ask for Pam's subconscious now to release all ties, all emotions, all blockage from the past, from the future, and from the present. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to count from 1 to 3 and it'll be done in a twinkling of an eye. 1, 2, 3, and it's done. Okay, coming back out now, go ahead. There you go. Coming back up easy. I'll count from 1 to 5. You open your eyes feeling wonderful, feeling great, feeling happy. You just got rid of your phobia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eyes open, feeling wonderful, feeling great. Want to talk about it? Because right there at the end it showed you something.
Well, my heart just
Jumped.
Yes.
And that was the release. Okay, pretty cool. All right, so now you can go jump out of an airplane.
Okay.
How do you feel about it?
About jumping out, I'm not feeling either way.
Right.
about
So it might not be something that you really want to do. It's just maybe not been something that, but I can tell you from experiences, if you go and pull up YouTube under Ronald DeWald, you'll see me jumping out of an airplane at 18,000 feet with a big smile on my face like I never have.
Well, I've always actually wanted to do it.
Okay, so now you can do it. All the fear is gone, and so now all is replaced just with excitement.
Okay.
So, if you want to go do that, I'll go with you. Truly, I like doing it. It was amazing.
I watched him do it on YouTube, and I was like, "Oh my God, that was!"
Yeah,
it was like, and he had such a. You could see he was
I
like in such
so
a
happy,
joyful
so
state.
It was unbelievable.
Did you
Now
go to
I'm a
Sebastian?
pilot. Okay, I'm a certified professional pilot, and I've flown many things. I've ultralights. Well, actually, the hang gliding is better in some aspects because you don't have all that pressure. But
See, I want to do that too.
and there's one of the best places is here in Florida to hang glide, and also Lookout Mountain, and I think there's a place in Pennsylvania too.
There's
And
quite a
that-
few places.
Mm-hmm.
And it is awesome.
Right in
I mean,
Lewistown. I see it all the time.
totally awesome. If I was to choose between the two, well, I would want to do the one that I can't tell you not to do that one because that was just wonderful. And I chose the highest that I could find, which is 18,000 feet. No one else does it in the country. And I said, sign me up. Here you go. I want to do this. And I never wanted to do it in my life. My ex-brother-in-law, that's what he did. He was in the Army. He actually developed the parachute that they use now, which is a ram parachute. And he's developed other parachutes to pull skiers uphill for skiing and everything. And I would not go. I could not see the logic in jumping out of a perfectly good airplane. Yet I'd go out and hang glide, and he'd tell me I was crazy. That's the craziest thing he could ever think of. And I was going, you're crazier than mud, you know, because what you do is the craziest thing, you know. Like, what if the thing doesn't open? Well, you got another one. What if that doesn't open, you know? I had all my good reasons and everything, so until recently, yeah, I wouldn't do it. And then all of a sudden, why not? Let's see what it's like. And
I actually do feel the excitement now.
yeah, you can feel it building. I mean, I was so excited driving up there and everything, and pulling in and seeing the airplane. Of course, I'm excited about airplanes anyway because I fly. But the excitement of putting on the chute and everything and all, and watching the little film and stuff, it was wonderful. It's like, wow, look at how happy everybody is.
Yeah.
There is no one not smiling. Well, they might have done that on purpose. I never thought about that. There might be someone that doesn't smile afterwards. I don't know, but I don't know how that's possible. You know?
No guts, no glory.
Right, no guts, no glory. And that's how I went with it. I said, you know what? I've been holding myself back from an experience that looks exciting. Why did I do that? Well, I'm doing it. So last year, boom, out of it. About this time, I think it was last year. I had to look and see. Oh, so exciting. So exciting. So, and I did something that no one else did. I did a backflip out.
Oh.
With the instructor. I said, hey, look, I know you're not supposed to do this, but I'm giving you permission. I want to do a backflip. Everybody else just jumps out and goes down. He says, we'll fall funny, won't we? I said, yes, let's do it. It was great. The backflip and everything and all, it was awesome. Just awesome. So I can't be more of a fanboy now than, in fact, I even thought about doing it full time, but I don't have time to do it. That's the thing. I've got so much that
I'm still not doing it. Okay.
Are you afraid of heights?
No, I just have no desire to jump out of an airplane.
Some people don't have the desire because they don't know what they're going to get out of it.
Right.
So, but you felt that excitement, and I could do Cynthia, and she would find the excitement too. I like to do it, but I would not suggest that because she's already said that she doesn't want to do it, and so. Even though I know that I could help her with that,
I already have.
but there's so
you
many
did?
other
Well, I didn't
things
jump
that
out of
you
an
want to
airplane,
do
but I went up
on
in a
your
hot air
bucket list.
balloon.
Oh, that's
Right.
fun.
And I went up and, you know,
That's just not
the
one of
little,
That's just not one of them.
it looks like a bike that has a motor on it.
Yeah.
And it takes you up and then you just drift down.
That's a paraglider.
Yeah, I did that.
You did that?
Yeah, the little, they weren't taking them up high, and I said, what's the highest you can take us up? And he said, well, 1,000 feet, the instructors go up. And I said, will you take me up that high? And he says, yeah. So you take the little cart up, it's got the little motor on the back, and we went up 1,000 feet, and then they brought him back down with the motor on. He goes, you want something really exciting? And I said, yeah. So he turned the motor off, killed it, and we just
So quiet.
glided down. I
so
said, oh my
peaceful.
God, this is so wonderful.
It
Kind of like being on a
absolutely
sailboat.
is. So,
Have you ever been up on a hot air balloon?
yes.
I love that too. And
So
the
quiet,
funny part
so
was you can
peaceful
hear
until
the
the guy
people.
hits the burner, and
Yeah.
you jump out of your skin. But he doesn't give you a
Well,
warning.
did you notice that you can hear the people talking on
Yes.
the ground?
Yes,
Can
you
you?
can, and the smells.
Yeah.
Ah, awesome.
You can hear the people like they were, like, because the voice went carried up. And you could hear it like you were standing right beside. You hear everything they were saying. They look like little ants down there.
Okay, well, that ends this session, and thank y'all.
Ah, thank you.
Thank you.